On September 26, 2023, Tallahassee Police were called to Folmar's pawn shop in Tallahassee, Florida, after a woman attempted to cash a fraudulent $24,000 check. The shop's employee informed officers that they had already verified the check as fake.
What's going on, buddy?
She's outside the building right here.
What's that?
The lady is right here. She'd come outside.
Mm-hmm.
We were just trying to see where she went, but we just got her back inside.
So what's going on?
She's trying to cash a $24,000 counterfeit check. Was it still there or did it have to leave?
I don't think so.
Okay. We have a picture of it.
I saw a Chevy.
Okay. Yeah, she's in the Chevy. The Mazda was
Help me out, you guys do this. How did you know this was fraudulent?
I've got the original back there, but we can show you an actual check and the one she brought in. All the watermarks, everything are showing up like it's a copy. The QID scan doesn't work. Like nothing about it.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello.
And reference call on John Hancock.
What's this all about?
I had received a check in the mail, and it was supposed to be a payback out from my back pay,
For what?
unemployment.
You were expecting a check for almost $24,000?
I wasn't, not really.
Were you expecting a check at all?
I knew I was supposed to be getting a check, but I didn't think that it was supposed to be that much.
Okay. How did you get here? How did you get here?
I drove.
Is the car outside yours?
No, I had drove. Well, I actually got dropped off, but I drove myself here, but the person I was with had left. Because we were supposed to be going to go pick up my kids after school.
Okay. What car did you show up in?
It was a Mazda.
And why did they leave?
Because we was running late picking up my kids from school.
Alright, so why didn't you go pick up your kids from school then?
Because I had told them I was coming back about 5 o'clock. Well, before then. I'm in trouble or something.
I mean, they're saying this is a fraudulent check. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
Where'd you work at before?
I used to work for the state at Florida State Hospital a while back ago.
How long ago?
Like 2018, 2019.
2018, 2019. Okay. Have you worked since?
After I had my kids, I was out for like a year and a half.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to a juvenile facility.
Did you ever file for unemployment?
I did one time before.
When?
It was like around COVID time.
So when exactly?
Spoke with a female on Reback, and she advised I had the wrong number.
I really don't honestly remember.
But during COVID, like when COVID originally started, so like
Yeah.
2020 probably?
Yeah.
Okay. And since the state, did you work anywhere else after? Where else did you work?
No, like I went back to the state one time, but then once like they COVID rate had struck again, I had ended up leaving again.
Mm-hmm.
But I had never like when I applied for unemployment, I never ended up receiving it
How'd you apply for it?
online.
Okay. And who was it through?
I think it was through the unemployment office. I'm not sure. This was my first time ever like applying for unemployment.
Did you ever get an email back or anything?
Let me see.
So when did you get this in the mail?
It was like I want to say almost a week ago. But I wasn't never able to cash it because I didn't have my ID on me. So then that's when eventually I had finally got up today, and I was like, well, I got time to go get an ID and stuff. Let me go ahead and try to go to get everything situated and settled.
Where did you say the check came from again?
It was supposed to came from the unemployment office. But like even like before I had received that check, like I hadn't spoken to anyone like recently since then.
Okay. Where was your ID? You said you didn't have your ID when you got the check.
I had ended up getting my license took by Florida Highway Patrol, and I never ended up going to go replace them or anything.
So you got a new ID today, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he told me that I couldn't use my picture ID. And like that's what I had been using.
Who told you couldn't?
The dude in there
When was that?
this morning.
So you went today by walk-in to DMV to get another one?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So
Dispatch.
this morning, what did you bring in here?
I had a picture ID on my phone.
Why did they take your license or ID?
Because it was suspended at the time when I had got pulled.
And you never got it. When did it stop being suspended? Like when was it valid again?
It's in the process of being valid again.
If I understood you correctly, you said that you haven't cashed this check for about a week because he wouldn't let you.
No, I didn't cash this check for about a week because of my work schedule. But today,
Okay.
being that I'm kind of free, I had came in this morning and I tried to use my photo ID on my phone, but he told me I couldn't use my photo ID on my phone. So that's when I had went and got the hard copy of it.
Okay.
Hey, do me a favor, just send out a real quick link.
Please, it's because I can't afford to get in no trouble. I'm a single mama. I gotta make it back home to my baby.
What's your date of birth?
Like for kids that's waiting to get adopted for a DCO or their parents don't want them or so.
I got you. What do you do there?
I work with youth, with young boys.
So in 2018 you worked for you said the state?
Florida State Hospital.
Florida State Hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your job there?
I was working with mental health patients.
Okay.
So I left the state around July then because like the COVID rate, it was spiking up real high. And it was like, sometimes we was wearing masks, sometimes we wasn't, and they wasn't telling us when the residents had COVID.
And how long you been working for Twin Oaks?
I started last year, July.
Last July?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Tamia. Hey, I'm Officer Dutchman with the Tallahassee Police Department. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this. I know you're kind of wondering what's going on, okay? So that's what I'm here for. All right, we're going to let you know what's going on, and then we're going to talk, okay? Before I do that, because I've got questions I want to ask you, I got to read you your rights. Doesn't mean you're in trouble, okay? I want you to know that. I have to read you your rights so that you are advised of your rights before I ask you questions, okay? So you can make decisions, okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of the rights I just read to you?
Yes.
Okay. Having your rights in mind, which is what I just read to you, do you want to talk to us and answer questions?
I just want to know, like...
I would love to explain it to you, but the only way I can talk to you is if you agree to talk to us
Yes,
after being
yes,
advised your rights.
yes.
You good? Okay. So, what's going on? We're here. You're here. The check's here. Tell me what happened.
Basically, okay, I received a check in the mail that was supposed to be for back pay
When did you receive it?
last week.
Where? At your house?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I haven't been staying home, honestly. And I called my aunt and I was asking her, like, hey, have I got any mail, this and third? So she was like, yeah, you know, you got a couple of...
So your aunt stays with you?
Yes, I
Okay.
stayed with my aunt.
It's at your... Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So she was like that I had a few pieces of mail in, this, that, and the third. So I had went to go pick it up.
Okay.
So after that, that's when I noticed that the check had came.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, well, you know, boom. So last week when I picked it up, I never ended up cashing it because due to my work schedule, I always got off work late.
Okay.
And so then after that, that's when I had came in today because I was off.
Yeah.
And to cash the check. And when I tried to use my photo ID on my phone, they was like, no, I needed a physical ID. So I had went and got a physical ID.
Okay.
And this happened.
So that check was for what?
For unemployment.
Okay. Have you ever gotten unemployment before?
No, I applied once, but like I never received anything, never heard anything else back. So it was just like.
So this is the first time you've ever done unemployment, filed for it, or anything like that. You've never received checks before for unemployment or anything. This is
Correct.
the first one.
Yes.
Okay. And when did you receive it?
Last week.
Okay. Where's the envelope that came in? Do you have it?
It was supposed to have been up front if they didn't move it.
Okay. Do you remember who it came from? What was on the envelope?
It was a blank envelope with the clear slip, and there was a paper in front of it. And then, like, when you unfold it, it was like the check, the rest of the, well, you know how, like, you rip off a check?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was.
Okay. All right. Have you ever received Department of Treasury checks before for anything?
No, sir.
Has anyone else seen that check? Have you talked to anyone else about that check?
No.
Okay. And the reason for you waiting about a week to come in and cash it, well,
Because I don't get off till 6 o'clock, so it's like by the time I make it back this way, it's 7 o'clock, so everything is
I got you.
almost closed.
I got
Can I ask you a question? Back when you worked for the Florida State Hospital, what was your salary?
Back then I was making like 15 something because I was OPS, so I was making a little bit more than the regular
15
staff.
what?
An hour?
15 an hour.
15 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And you worked for like 6 to 7 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we was working, like, sometimes we'll do 16, sometimes we'll double on, or we could come in.
Okay. When you filed for unemployment, how'd you do it? What site did you go to?
Let me see, can I pull it up on my email?
Yeah. If you got something you got in there?
I don't know, was it the SA? No.
What did you receive? Did you get like an email after you applied? Did you receive anything?
I had basically received a letter saying that I had to submit some more information in, but that was the only thing it. Once I had not submitted everything, that was it.
Did you submit the paperwork?
Yes,
Okay.
How
That
did you
was-
do that?
I did it online. Like, at the time I was doing everything online, but how I had like knew to do like the unemployment stuff, my friend was telling me about it. So
Did you ever receive an approval or a denial from them for unemployment?
I really didn't too much to hear nothing else.
Okay.
And then it was like I hadn't started doing hair, so it was like I wasn't really too focused on it.
That was probably around like 2019 you did that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's now 2023. Never received anything back from them. And all of a sudden, you get a envelope in the mail, plain white envelope in the mail, with a treasury check inside it for $24,000. Does that seem to make sense to you?
It was like it was like I considered throwing it away, but then I was like, what if this actually this is my back pay that they owed me? So it was just
For
like
6 to 7 months that you worked, and you made $15 an hour.
Well,
So
I
you
wouldn't
get
say it was 6 to 7 months because it was
$24,000.
like I worked and then I left and then I would end up going back to work there. So it was just like.
Who do you bank with?
I was banking with Chime, now I bank with a bank called Go To Bank.
Okay, what is that? Is that a?
It's a mobile banking app.
It's a mobile bank.
Yes.
Okay. So, did you attempt to cash that check at your bank? Deposit it at your bank?
I didn't, only because I don't have a physical card for that account just yet. I had to reorder one.
What do you mean, like a debit card?
Yes.
So they require you to have a debit card
No,
in order for you
I
to...
didn't want to cash it into the account and then I wasn't able to use it due to I didn't have a physical debit card.
Okay. All right. Oh, so you didn't put it in your bank because you wouldn't have a card to be able to utilize the money.
Yeah. Like even with my job, my direct deposits, I had to stop holding on my direct deposits due to I don't have a card to use my card at the moment, so my job had to give me a cash check. Well, I meant a check.
Okay. All right. Tamia, that's how you say your name?
Timea.
Timea? Okay, I don't want to be disrespectful. Timea. Here's where we're at. There's not really anything about this that's not fishy. You know what I mean? None of this makes sense. All right. We're asking you questions because we're trying to gauge where you're at as far as what you're going to tell us and how truthful you're going to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, not a darn thing that's come out of your mouth has made any sense. Okay? 2019, you applied for unemployment. Is that what you said?
No, it wasn't. I wouldn't even say it was 2019. I want to say it was 2020.
Well, first,
Okay.
originally, when you got
Well,
here,
you
you
know
told me
what?
2018.
I'm going to say 2020 because
Okay.
I had my kids in 2019. I started working for the state a little after that.
Okay, so let's say it's 2020. Okay, it's 3 years later. Okay, it's 2023. It's almost 2024, and you receive a check for supposedly what you applied for 3 years prior. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now, unemployment doesn't give lump checks. Okay, unemployment is a payment, as
See,
if you were working.
I never.
Okay, and those checks don't come from the Treasury. Okay, no, but I'm letting you know that I know that.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that. Like, I never received unemployment. I never got a check from Treasury or anything. So this is like my first time actually receiving something like this. I promise you, I'm not lying to you.
Just so you know, for 4 years, I did fraudulent investigations in the department. And I saw stuff like this all the time. And I'll tell you right now, the reason we're asking this, he's saying we're gauging how truthful you're going to be. I'll tell you right now, this is your chance to be honest because I know exactly what's going on. I can call it exactly like I've seen it every other time before. Somehow, someone came in contact with you, a male, probably the male that's sitting in your car out there in the passenger seat, the black Chevy Malibu, and that person convinced you that you need to go in here and you need to cash this check, and then payment would be to receive a portion of that check while they get the other. You being a single mom, I don't know if you're getting paid a lot right now. I'm not going to worry about that. But you would get a portion of that money. And they would get the rest. And all you had to do was go in here, show your ID, and here you go, and this is what you got to say, and these people will buy it. And I say that because I recently arrested someone not too long ago for the same similar type of thing here. So, with that being said, we already know the person out in the car because I don't know if you know this or not, but this place has video cameras. So they come, you come here and they see exactly what cars you come in and out of. And they see what cars come at the same time that you come.
Right.
Well, that car was here earlier with you.
Right.
So it's odd that it's back now and there's a guy that's just been sitting there waiting
Well, actually,
in the passenger seat. Now, my question is did this guy contact you through like Instagram or Facebook or what? And what did he promise you? Because, and maybe he told you that, yes, this is legit and, you know, this is what it is. But I'm telling you right now, I know you're full of it. They try to do this whole thing all the time with people with like, here, this is what it is. This is what you're going to tell them. That way it sounds legit or tries to sound legit. The problem is that Treasury check, first off, it's fake as heck. There's nothing about that check that's even remotely real. You wouldn't get a check from the Treasury anyway that comes in a blank envelope in the mail 3 years later, and then you claim it's unemployment. So you can sit here and tell us all day long that this is what you believe it is, or this is what you think it is, or whatever story they concocted for you. But ultimately, you need to tell us who the person is out there, how they contact you, and everything else. And maybe we can help you out. I'm not promising we can, but
well,
this is your chance to be honest because I'm telling you right now, I already know you're lying.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. The person that's in the car, that's my little brother. He's a minor.
Okay.
He's 17. He has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with this.
Okay.
That's number one. I promise you, I'm completely honest with you.
Okay.
Number two, the check that came in the mail, basically, my friend helped me apply for unemployment. She told me basically, like, you go on this website, you do such and such and such, and that was it. But being that I never received anything, I'm being completely honest with you. I promise you, I am. Being that I never received anything, it was just like, I didn't worry about it no more.
So you're gonna stick with that came in the mail. That's what you're sticking with. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we're getting to a point where there's gonna be a line, and once we meet that line of our patience with this, there's gonna be no going back and helping you without you being completely 100% honest with us. I don't want that to happen for you. He doesn't want that to happen for you, but that's where it's headed.
I can give you my friend information that helped me do everything.
But you can't show us anything about anything that you applied for, any website, any email,
Nothing
any.
that said you were ever going to get money back, which doesn't make sense. You'd get it back from the treasury anyway. The big lump sum of $24,000 3 years later after you file for unemployment. That makes.
There's going to be.
No
They're not
sense
just going to
whatsoever.
send you a check without some sort of notification, especially for that amount. And with unemployment, you get approved or you get denied. I've done unemployment before back in the day. You get approved, you get denied. But it's all notifications to your email, in the mail. You have documentation for everything because that's a government entity. And they have to keep records of everything. And you get notifications of every decision that they make. But you can't show us one piece of documentation.
That's what I'm saying to you. I didn't do everything by myself. My friend helped me. I could give you my friend information. I could give you her name, who helped me with it, everything. I don't want to do it for her. I just really honestly want to make it that home to my kids. I can give you all the person contact information.
Your friend?
Yes. Cause that's
What are they going to do? They're going to tell me, yeah, I helped her file for unemployment? That doesn't help. What is that going to do?
I don't know.
I tell you what, give me your friend's information. While we're here with you, we're going to call her. We're going to see what she says.
It's 8.
What's her name?
Amber.
Did you go to high school?
Did I go to high school? Yes. I'm
Finished?
yes.
You go to college?
I'm currently enrolled in college.
You finished high school.
You wait for the bathroom.
In college. So that means you're not stupid. But you want me to expect to believe that this was from an unemployment check. It's amazing. Like I said, I've done this for a long time. I did this for 4 years. All kinds of stuff. The only thing that ever changed was the names of the people that did it. That's it. It's the only thing that ever changed.
I promise you, this is my first
Because
time.
I can look at that check right there, and I can tell that that is beyond fake. It's laughable. The number that's on here, there's a reference number on here. The F941 has to do with payroll taxes, not unemployment. And the fact that you think that you would get a check for $24,000 basically after 3 years is ridiculous. I know you're sitting here thinking that we're buying it, but we're not.
No, I'm not. I'm just honestly.
Officers contacted her friend to determine if anyone else might be involved in the scheme.
She gave me the number to a friend. She's trying to work. Hello, is this Amber? Amber, this is Officer Dutton with the Tallahassee Police Department. How you doing? Hey, listen, got a question for you. We're down here with a young lady who gave me your number and your name, Tamaya, here down at Folmar's Pawn Shop. I got a question for you. I don't know if you were down here earlier with her or not. Were you here with her? Okay, she's advising that. Did you ever assist her years ago or anything with trying to help her file for unemployment? Okay. And how did you show her? What was the process that you showed her? What was the site that you had her go to? Okay. When's the last time you spoke to her? Okay. Did she mention anything to you about? Have you received any checks or anything like from the U.S. Treasury? You got all your unemployment? Okay. Who did they come from? They came from the Department of Treasury, and that was through what service? Unemployment. Okay. All right. And when was the last time you received one? Okay. And when was that? When was the last time you received one? Okay. All right. You don't remember where you went through to apply for those? Right. They came on. Okay. And where did you have her go to claim hers? Do you remember where you sent her to? Okay. And did you cash all your checks at your bank, or where did you take your checks to? I gotcha. So they went right into your account. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we're here with her. She's here with a fake check from the Treasury. So we're trying to figure out. She's trying to basically throw you under the bus, saying that you're the one that showed her how to do all this and get this and everything. So she gave us your number and your name because she's trying to get herself out of trouble. So I wanted to contact you to kind of get the information of what she's trying to tell us. Yeah, it's a fraudulent one that she's here with because we've researched it and we know what Treasury checks look like. And we have fraud investigators that are here that are involved in all that stuff that are confirming that it is fraudulent. and it's very obvious. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So I just wanted to contact you, kind of get your story to see what matched up with hers, and kind of go from there. So I appreciate you talking with me. All right, thanks.
You know what they want to do?
So I don't know. I don't know. I've been out there talking to the employees. I don't know what you've been talking to Officer Dutchman about and Officer Coney. What I can tell you is between the two of them, they have close to like 25 years of experience, like doing this type of stuff. Okay, so like this isn't new. What this right here is not new to them. Okay, so they've done this, dealt with this before. I have a history dealing with financial crime myself, and in my experience, professionally, I can tell you right away that that's not a check. Okay, there's a lot of red flags here, and again, I'm not asking you any questions. I'm just telling you what I see. Okay, unemployment will not send you. Have you ever received unemployment before? Never. No. Okay, they'll not. They won't send you a check. That the days of that are over. That's probably about 15 years ago that they used to issue checks. Okay, that's one. Two, they send you a debit card. That debit card is preloaded with money. You go to an ATM, they charge you a fee, you take your money out, then you use it accordingly. Okay, that's one. Two, the check would come from the state of Florida, not from the U.S. Treasury, because you applied for. Who'd you apply for?
My friend helped me do everything.
Your friend helped you apply through unemployment. So if we call unemployment right now, there will be a record of you applying for unemployment.
Yeah, it should.
There should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so there would be a record of unemployment? We
Yes.
call unemployment? Okay. Because, yeah, the state of Florida would be the one issuing the check, not... when did you apply for unemployment?
It's been a minute.
Like how long?
Like a year.
Like a year? 2 years? And up to now, what paperwork or what have you been waiting on?
Like, I never heard anything back, so I really ain't too much care about it.
Okay. Have you moved around since then, or no? You've still been at the address in Quincy? Okay. And you said that came in an envelope?
Yes.
Okay. And then, yeah, because I asked these guys and they don't have the envelope, so did they possibly toss in the trash?
Jay probably did, because the envelope was left on the counter.
Okay. Alright, I'll have to ask them about it. Yeah, so I don't know. We're trying to figure this out. So you spent a while talking to Officer Dutchman here. You spent a while talking to Officer Coney. Who brought you here? How did you get here?
I drove myself here.
You drove yourself? In what car?
Malibu.
Who else was in the car with you?
My little brother.
He's gone. He left. Is there a reason that he left?
He had to go pick up my kids.
Your kids. Okay. All right.
I thought that was the Mazda. That was the other car.
Yeah, I was in a Malibu.
You're in Malibu.
Okay.
There wasn't anything about a Nissan. You guys didn't come in a Nissan.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair. And where are your kids at?
They're getting picked up from school. Well, they went to the after-school program at the daycare.
Okay.
Because we was late picking them up from school.
All right. And then where do they go to school?
They go to school at Sable Farm.
Where's that at?
It's over on Tharp.
On Tharp. Okay.
Did you text him and your fellow to go get them? Or you like, hey,
He already knew to go get them.
Okay. So you didn't message him or anything?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, Ms. Hicks, based off of what we have here, okay, you're under arrest.
Can I call somebody?
What do you want to call?
Let's go ahead and get your handcuffs first. We'll call when we get out. We'll call, okay?
Okay.
Well, yes. In short, we'll let you call.
We'll let you-
Okay.
Sorry. Do you got another pair of
Yeah,
cuffs?
yeah.
I'm gonna put another pair of handcuffs on you because
yeah.
you got shorter arms, and I don't want these to jam you up. Okay.
For possession of forged instrument and uttering false statement.
As the woman was being escorted to the police vehicle, an officer noticed the envelope in her pocket.
Alright, man, before you get in my car, you have anything that's going to poke me, stab me, stick me?
No.
Nothing illegal? Oh, here's the envelope.
Oh.
That says FIS Output Solutions. That's not from the U.S. Treasury. I can tell you that for a fact. Okay. Guns and that's all.
have a Wells Fargo ATM card?
That's my savings account card.
That's a savings account?
Yeah, it's
Why
basically
couldn't you take it there? I mean, a savings account, they'll deposit the money into the savings account.
because that's the wrong card.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead and take a seat. Yeah, you're gonna have to kind of reach in. Can you, like?
It's like this mud. Like I'm gonna slide if I.
I'll hold on to you. All right.
Can I call somebody?
Who do you want to call?
My brother.
Your brother? All right.
But no, better yet, can I call my brother and my sister just in case? Hello, where you at? Oh, well, can you? I am finna go to jail, so can you let my auntie know? Anybody? Yeah, but I have to explain it to you later. Alright.
Good?
Hey, I'm finna, they finna transport me to the jail. Let Zach know to park my car. I said they finna transport me to the jail. Let Zach know to park that car. Yeah. What you said the charge was?
It's what was the charge again? The possession of fraudulent instrument.
False instrument,
Uttering.
Wait, it's 3 charges?
And attempted grand theft. Yes.
You heard it?
She attempted to cash a fraudulent check for $24,000. Yeah, they'll give her access to her phone at the jail to write numbers down. All right.
Yeah.
She was arrested and charged with grand theft and uttering forged instruments, then transported to jail for booking.
All right.